Alright, so I kind of wanted to try my hand at the All Pops Chimps challenge, but I did kind of want to put a little spin on it. And the All Pops challenge I wanted to try out today was Base Engineer. If you didn't know already, Engineer is my favorite tower in the game. And I don't actually know if it is possible to even do All Pops with Base Engi. I'm going to assume it is, because this is the longest map that you can actually create within the map editor, if you didn't know already. Plus, this challenge is possible with base Dart Monkey, although I do believe that does utilize Plasma Monkey Fan Club, but I do believe in the Engineer. If it's not possible with base Engineer, I definitely do believe it is possible with Sentry Gun, as Sentry Gun does inherit the buffs from the Engineer. And plus, Sentry Gun plus attack speed buffs do go pretty hard. Early game is going to be pretty trivial, so we're just going to fast forward through that. The only problem rounds are going to be kind of Rigo rounds. I think I do need to draw pickles for like whenever Rigo yellows come out, which I believe is like around 17, 18, one of those two rounds. Before then, I'll just kind of get up my kind of general defense. Here, let's get Village. And the reason why I place Engineer kind of so far away from the track is because when I get Alchemist, I do need to be kind of far away so that way it doesn't hit mob class balloons. That's definitely going to be an issue coming around 80 plus and all that. And thankfully the fast forward mod just kind of makes this so easy. We'd definitely be here for a really long time if it weren't for this mod here. Now Engineer, I think I'll get Alchemist. You know, I still kind of feel like this is a bit too close to the track now that I kind of look at it, but hopefully this should be fine. I think maybe here, hopefully is fine. I feel like this might hit ZOMGs, but who knows. Now, first off, let's actually see if this will even throw the potion. Okay, it does. Perfect. Now, I would start working on discounts next, but round 31 is a bit of a problem round because there are Rigo Zebras that round, and we kind of bad against Rigo Zebras since we don't really have a whole lot of damage here. We'll definitely get Berserker Brew up before then, but I'm not even sure if you can even get Jungle Drums up by then. And we can't really rely on Jerry's Fire just yet. So this village will have to be 2-2-0, just that way we can actually get past that round. This is of course assuming we can actually even afford Jungle Drums and Grow Blocker by then. Hopefully we can, as well as Alchemist too. Also more yellows this round. I'll have to use that. Hopefully that's just enough to beat them. It seems that just barely, honestly. Alright, let's get this time just in time for leads, and then next we gotta start working on Jungle Drums. Hopefully we can afford that. I will get Grow Locker now just because I think that will be a necessity for round 31. And honestly, just kind of hold on to the cash. I don't think we'll be able to afford Jungle Drums, but I mean, if not, then I will have extra cash to kind of spend on Geraldo items. Okay, so this is the round I was kind of worried about, so let's actually just play slow. We have like around 1500 to kind of work on. If we can just hold off until Jungle Drums. Actually, now I think about it, we probably won't be able to. Let me just glue this and see if that helps. No, we're go farming. So I'm just going to replay the round and then just start from a fresh one. Alright, so first off, this will give us more uptime on the brew, so I definitely do want that. This leaves us with 500 to spend. So first things first, I definitely do need pickles. I will glue, just put glue at the start of the round, and that's really all I can do here. I don't think Creepy Idol will help, and Sharpening Stone, I don't really know if that'll help. If it doesn't work this time, then I guess we'll get Sharpening Stone next time and see if that helps. But I think hopefully longer uptime on Brew will help out here. The thing is, it turns the zebras into yellows, which I don't really feel like is ideal. Alright, let's just play the round and see if it works. And I think it does. Nice. Alright, perfect. We got past that roadblock there, so I think next thing's next, I do want to get Jungle Drums. And what level is Geraldo at? He's almost a level 7. Okay. Now I am kind of hoping that I am able to get Jerry Fire up before the Moab. If not, you know, that might be a bit of an issue. He's like halfway to 7. I don't think at this rate he might not get it. So, I mean, if he doesn't, I have 3k to spare, which is fine. That's a decent amount of money. So I guess I'll just save it. I could buy a Razor Skin right now and stop buying Camo Pots, but, huge but, I kind of want to save money just in case I need to buy this level. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have to buy it next round for round 39 because there is regrows that round. Also, there's a lot of pinks here. I'm kind of worried. So today sells glue. Also, yeah, there's ceramics this round. We might not be fine against ceramics. Let me just kind of wait and see. Just kind of fast forward. I heard ceramic pop. Okay, we're fine against cerams, I guess. Let's see. How much money will I have to spend for trap here? Okay. I don't mind, because I need this anyways. as I don't think there's a way I'm beating 39 without it. Now the real test is to see if this Alchemist actually hits the Moab. I hope it doesn't. It'd be really disappointing if it did. Okay, it doesn't, but I feel like that's definitely going to start hitting like BFBs is the worry here. So let me just get this, and I think I can go for a stronger stim next. All right, stronger stim. Well, I'll start working on our general defense. So first things first, I do want glue for glue strike. That'll definitely help out come late game. And I think actually no. I should get my village next, and then I can go for glue. Now let me get this out of range. I guess this guy will just sit at 002 because I already have my bases covered with this. I mean, I guess one discount is better than no discount, I guess. So it'll probably play itself off. And I think we can honestly just fast forward until glue strike. Actually, this round, I realized I have regrows. All right, so I guess I'll just buy this immediately. And it seems that Jerry Fire ran out, so that's kind of why we sucked against that. So this should be a little bit better. If not, I could always utilize glue strike. Let me use this now for cerams. And I think I will get monkey primary mentoring, just so I can have even like more cooldown on reduction on the glue. Actually, we're not doing too hot against regrows. All right, now that we got that up, now we use glue strike, we are fine. I guess that's the downside of the fast forward mod, is you kind of don't really realize whenever you're gonna run out of the Jerry Fire. Hopefully that'll be enough for 63. It should, because the glue storm ability lasts a pretty long time. And I think once I get glue storm up, I think next thing is on the list. Not even sure, to be honest. I definitely do want 4 Sabos, but I feel like it might be a bit too early to go for those. Or I could save for like CTA or something like that. All right, glue storm now. And then I guess CTA it is then. I feel like it's definitely too early for Sabos, and I don't really think there's any other better options here. So I guess next I'll go for primary mentoring, then I'll go for call to arms. And see if I have enough money for homelands. I probably will. Also Moabs here, I'll just kind of use the ability to just make the rounds go a little bit faster than they already are. But being able to kind of breeze through these mid-game rounds is pretty nice. I do wish that Ninja Kiwi would add in a faster fast forward option kind of natively in the game. I can understand why they don't, because they probably want to discourage players from just like using macros to like set their computer to 10x fast forward, and then they can just grind monkey money and like items that way. But I mean, monkey money in this game doesn't really have too much value, so I don't really see the harm in kind of doing that. Also, even with glue strike, we are pretty bad against the Regos Cerams on 59 here. But yeah, like I said, I can see why they don't do that, but I mean, I would really like it if even if it was just like it costs real money to have a faster fast forward. Honestly, I would think that'd be fine. Okay, let's see if this guy targets the BFB. If it does, I'm gonna have to rethink this. So let me see. Okay, this definitely feels like it's gonna attack here. Nope, we're fine. Nice, nice. Although I feel like ZOMG is definitely gonna be a yes there. Surprisingly, mid-game rounds aren't really as difficult as I thought it would be. I guess the length of the map does play a huge role in that, but also I feel like Glue Storm is definitely putting in some work here. 63 should be no problem with Glue Storm on the field, even though we do have some pretty low pierce. The length of the map and then combined with Jerry Fire should be no issue. Alright, let's get Mib, and only on 21,000 until Call to Arms. So I think the next round might be 76. We go Cerams around are going to prove to be a challenge, as regular Moabs here are kind of taking a while to pop, even with Jerry Fire active. Now, one downside I didn't even think to this map is I can't really tell when balloons are about to leak. And it's going to be kind of hard to kind of count the balloons that are going by, because I think it takes, what, like 16 times around until the balloons exit. It's going to be kind of hard to kind of count 16 balloons when there's just like so many just like kind of going by here. Also, this run is pretty dense here, so we're actually kind of struggling here. Let me see if I can kind of salvage with Sharpening Stone. So I feel like it's a pierce issue. Jerry Fire just has like such low pierce that like dense rounds like that we're gonna struggle against. So I'm kind of worried for kind of 76 and 78, hoping we can get Call to Arms up before then, which I think we will be able to. But of course, even with Call to Arms, gotta make sure that the ability cooldown is up. So 75 hopefully isn't too much of a problem. And the 75 is kind of a dense round with all the BAPs there. So I said I was gonna get primary mentoring, but I didn't. So I guess I'll just kind of wait and hold off, as I don't want to be like 2,500 short and realize if I didn't buy primary mentoring, I wouldn't be able to afford it. This round has a lot of Rose Rams, and it seems that we are struggling against them a lot, even with the Glue Storm active. Yeah, it's really just a Pierce issue. I think maybe we might need Jar Pickles for this round. I can't really increase the Pierce of Jerry's Fire, but I could always increase the damage of it, which may help out. So I'll just use this immediately, just to hold off these Rams. Okay, so we popped them pretty easily. This Jerry Fire is OP when combined with Pickles. We're pretty close to Cult Arms. We're also pretty close to 76 as well. I think at this rate, I might get this in the middle of 75. So I won't have the Cult Arms ability up for that round. So hopefully that round's not too difficult. I should might be able to afford at the end of this round. I feel like by the time the ability comes up, it's going to be too late to be able to use it both 75 and 76. All right, so let's play this by ear, get this as soon as I can, and see if I can try to stall in any way, shape, or form, so that way I can get this ability up. All right, got it. You just gotta charge the cooldown. I think Homeland is just a bit too expensive, 43k. I don't know if we can actually save up for that with the amount of support we're gonna have to get. See, if I put Ninja up here, I can get discount, but I don't know if it'll attack. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any chances. I'll get ninjas down here, so I guess discount on this guy wasn't really needed. All right, 76, I'll just use these two abilities, and that should be enough. Sort of. Please don't tell me we're screwed here. No, I think we got this contained, yeah. Alright, so let's start working on our Sabos. So I'll get Sabos just down here. So that way there's no chance that they deal any damage. And since this map is so long, I can honestly just use kind of CTA just willy-nilly. Just because by the time, everything's popped, the ability will kind of come back off cooldown. Also, when did this guy deal damage? That is frustrating, as I can't put this guy up any higher than I reasonably could. I'm just gonna keep going. We're just gonna ignore this guy. And I could have sworn that it didn't actually hit BFBs on 60, so what out here? No. Interesting. As I don't think the Cult Arms ability, it just gives attack speed and pierce. It doesn't give any extra range, so I'm kind of curious to see like when it actually dealt damage here. Because from where it is, it shouldn't be able to. Also, it's Savo number 1 we've gotten. Also, this round is gonna be a problem, so let me just use CTA immediately. Let me actually use Savo as well. Also, I just realized Jerry Fire kind of wore off, so that's going to be a problem. And I kind of realized the problem too late because we're definitely real farming here. But I think if I get Jerry Fire up immediately, we should be fine. I'll just use Savo because why not? It's not like ability timings really matter here. Okay, so it seems that whenever Call to Arms is on cooldown, we are going to struggle a lot against the rainbows here. I'm just kind of hoping that we can contain it. If we rego farm a little bit, that's fine, but we just gotta contain it is the thing. I can't tell if this is contained. It doesn't feel like it's contained at all. I'm starting to detect some lag here as well. If I don't use, I can use rejuves in the middle of the round, so that might help. Let me use this and then use that just immediately. Let's give Pickles. And if I can afford rejuve, I'll use it whenever CTA becomes off. Okay, and then I'll use this again. This is a lot of money I'm spending this round, but I kind of have to do this, so. As this round's definitely going to be a pretty big issue. Actually, I'll even Savo too, just because. Okay, so CTA is off, but now the BFBs are kind of in the way. Some is leaks. Let me use the one last rejuve. Savo yet again. This is really all I can do. I kind of used all my rejuves. I think that should be the last of the rainbows, but are we even good here? Also, where is this damage coming from? Because it shouldn't be able to attack BFBs here. Okay, so let me see. Call to Arms comes active. So I'm guessing that means it's definitely going to be able to attack the ZOMG if it's hitting BFBs somehow. Let's swatch. Yeah, it's like so far away from BFBs, that's not even attacking. And CTA doesn't give any extra range, so it is kind of a mystery of how it's able to deal damage here. Also, I think I'll go for 2 sabotages before I actually go for overclock. I probably should have went for that first, as it probably makes more sense. No, it's not even hitting ZOMG, so then how is it attacking BFBs then? No, it's just a mystery I guess we'll never be able to solve. Alright, so I think comes round 80 plus, we shouldn't be too worried here. With Glue Storm on the field, it should honestly make things a little bit easier. Yeah, so we'll go for one more balloon sabo before I go for overclock. I probably should have went for overclock before I actually went for sabos, but it should be fine. Still doing damage. Let me watch here. Let me see if what is happening. No. Alright, let's get this, and then OC, I'll just get right next to it. Maybe even down here. As OC does have pretty large range, but honestly should be fine. It's hitting here. That's interesting because I'm guessing it's because one of these lanes is just closer to the track, just like barely enough so that way Alchemist is able to attack here. But I mean, is it like the very first one? Because the very first time the BFB showed up, it didn't do any damage. And each round at this point, even when fast forward, is taking like a couple minutes at most. It always goes to show how just weak everything is. Jerry Fire will get bonus damage kind of next level, so hopefully rounds go a little bit faster then, but I kind of doubt it. Now, Overclock is coming up pretty soon, but 84s has a long line of mobs here. I don't feel like we're kind of dealing in sufficient damage to them. Jerry Fire wears off in 5 rounds, so I can actually use the upgraded Bernie stuff then. But until then, I kind of just have to chill here and wait. +1 damage, I don't know, does this apply to Jerry's Fire? I don't think it does, but I'll just get it just because. Alright, Overclock coming up now. And now we can finish filling in the rest of the sabos. And then I think I will have some spare cash left over, but I'm not really sure I want to spend that money on. Interesting. So is it going to tank UMGs here is kind of the question I'm kind of seeing. No. That's fascinating, honestly. And thankfully we have fast forward mod enabled, because if not, taking down this UMG would take absolutely forever. I'm definitely not looking forward to 97 when we have to deal with like 2 fortified ZMGs. It's also kind of crazy to think that there's not really too many rounds to go, yet we only have 500,000 pops on the engineer. This really just goes to show just how dense, rounds like, 98. Because I think like the last 4 rounds hold like most of the pops that you actually even need to be able to complete this challenge. Alchemist did even more damage. It feels kind of random whenever it just decides to do damage whenever it doesn't. I don't see a pattern here. I'm thinking it's like maybe like this lane just kind of right here. It's just barely close enough here. But I mean, I feel like ZMGs, the hitbox, like it's not attacking ZMGs, it's only attacking BFBs. Let me see if it hits BFBs here, or the ZMGs here. No, it doesn't. Alright, DTs this round might be a bit of an issue, as they're pretty fast and might just zip on by. I mean, that wasn't really too bad kind of looking at it, but I feel like 95 might be a bit of an issue then. This guy still hasn't got more. Let me just see here for the BFBs here. It's not attacking now. So maybe when it loops back around, I can see if it attacks then. Again, no, it's so far away. I'm kind of wondering, like, which loop is it where Alchemist will attack BFBs then? I guess we'll never find out because Engi popped all the balloons. Or all the mob class balloons, I should say. Okay, that is our 3rd or 4th and final not Grand Sabo. 4th and final Sabo. There's only like 9 rounds left. I'm not even sure like what I would even spend the rest of the money on, so I guess we'll just save it. There's really no other support options I can think of that would be too much better. I mean, I guess I could get Prime Mentoring. I did say I did want to get that, so why not? I'll just get it now. Even though I don't really think the reduced cooldowns really make too much difference for Glue Storm, as the ability cooldown is already like pretty fast. 93 DTs hopefully aren't going to be too much of a problem. Sabo immediately. You don't have CTA up immediately, but I think that should be fine. Honestly, I could give this guy a Camel Pot just so that way we do extra damage to DTs. Might help out just a little bit. Oh, it did more damage. When I wasn't paying, it's always when I'm not paying attention, it does damage. I never notice when it does. It just kind of feels so random when it does do damage. Round 94 is a pretty dense round. A lot of ZMGs and BFBs here. So let me see if we need help against this round. Hopefully not. So we're doing pretty decent so far, but we haven't actually touched any of the ZMGs yet. Which is ideal, as I don't really want to pop them down just yet. I know Jar Pickles were off, so let me actually refresh Jar Pickles. And then Sharpening Stone, I don't know if this affects Jerry Fire. It might. I mean, even if it doesn't, I still think the +1 damage on the main attack might come in handy. Alright, perfect. 94 is done. That round took like 5 minutes. That's ridiculous. Alright, so 95 hopefully won't be too much of an issue. I could use this. Sure, why not? Might help out just a little bit. And I think that's really all I can do in terms of adding in buffs. We don't have whatchamacallit up immediately, but that's fine. Have it up now. The only problem with this round is I can't really see when DTs are about to leak is the problem. Let me use actually just another one. Why not? And I can't even tell if we're even targeting DTs here. I don't feel like we are. Have we even popped one is the question. That guy's still doing more damage. He probably did some damage last round. I don't know. I can't really tell at this point. Let's use another Sabo. Alright, DTs are starting to dwindle down. I can hear some cerams popping. But I still don't feel like it's looking too good here. And I can't really tell which side they exit from, because if it exits from this side, I can maybe react beforehand. Okay. So it seems that we have all DTs but one. Once we pop all DTs, I think we should be fine. Yeah, we should be fine here. Mob should be no issue. Now the real test is going to be around 98, see if that's even possible. 96 is also pretty like mini 98, so I guess it'll be a good test for that round. And from what I was looking at it, we're not really looking too hot here. Each round at this point is taking like 5+ minutes. It is like ridiculous how long it takes at this point. And I guess to be fair, I am constantly kind of unpausing and pausing to make sure I'm not about to die. But I mean, even still, it just takes so long. And a 97 is going to take like ages at this point. 2 fortified ZMGs, it's going to take forever. Alright, so we got 1 fortified ZMG down. Nice. Actually did not take as long as I thought it would. Pop that pretty quickly. Alright, 97 is done. Now is the real test of power here in round 98. Let's see how good we are against this round. We have like 28,000 in the bank. I'm not even sure what I would even spend it on. But I mean, I guess, who knows? I guess we'll find out and see. I mean, if it really is looking impossible to do for this round, I could always get Sentry Gun. But I mean, I fully expect this round to take at least probably like 7+ minutes. So like if 96 was anything to go by, this round probably will take this long, if not even longer. Seems we're doing quite fine here. We are popping BFDs down relatively fast, but that's not surprising. It's really just the ZMGs are really going to take a long time, since we're going to be popping them one at a time. So I use 2 Sabos at the same time. I didn't really mean to there. So I probably could have found a way to save for Homeland now that I think about it, now that we have like almost 30,000 in the bank here. I probably could have skipped out on like a couple of Sabos and just got Homeland instead. I don't know if that would have been better, but I mean, who knows. The ability does last for what, 20 seconds now? I think CTA lasts for like 15. But I am getting slightly nervous because I feel like we're kind of reaching the point where balloons should start leaking soon. I haven't really been paying attention to the amount of loops everything's been doing, but we've kind of been here for a little while now. And I feel like we're not really kind of like sitting on borrowed time right now. Alright, so 98 definitely did take a really long time to do, not really surprising. Now 99 is going to be the real challenge here because fortified DTs, they take a lot more damage and they're pretty fast too. So let's see what I want to do here. I mean, there's not really much I can do, but I guess I could count loops. Let's see, so that'd be 1, 2, and I realized that Jerry Fire just deactivated, so let me actually go back home and then go back in. I feel like I need all the time I need for FDTs. Anything else in refresh? Let me refresh this. Sharpening Stone is still active, and I think that's everything I could refresh. Let me actually put this down. It's round 99. I feel like I kind of need to put out all the stuff I can for this round. Alright, so the DT I was watching ended up getting popped, so I have no idea where else all the DTs are within their loops. So that's always fun. But I think we should be fine. All the DTs are pretty badly damaged at this point, so they should be popping pretty soon. This challenge will be over pretty soon. Hopefully around 100 is actually doable. It'd be very upsetting if it wasn't. Alright, so we got all DTs down. Nice. And I think we get just free to fast forward from here. Yeah. Hopefully we can actually beat this. If not, I'd be very disappointed. Also, this guy got 8,000 damage. Nice. Would you look at that? Not gonna lie, this damage feels pretty slow, and it's not like I have too much time to really do this, so I might need actually Sentry Gun. Also, I was not counting the loops of this guy, so that's kind of my mistake there. So I have no idea when this guy's about to exit. almost close to 2 million, but I feel like this bat's really about to exit soon. I don't feel like it's... I mean, it is close to popping based on the looks, but this is not really looking too good. I'm actually going to go back and just count, even though, yes, this will take even longer, just to make sure that I'm not about to die here. Alright, this is loop number 15. I don't think we'll actually have enough time to be able to pop this looking at it. Because DTs are just going to whiz by, so it seems that we don't actually have enough DPS to even beat around 100. Alright, you know what? I admit defeat. I feel like this sentry gun here would definitely be more than enough to be able to beat this, as it does inherit the buffs from the main guy. Attack speed buffs and sentry gun do go pretty crazy, so let's see just how much damage you can actually accumulate with this. Would probably be a pretty lot. Alright, that popped, thankfully. Now, DT should hopefully be no struggle here. DTs are almost down. And then it's just DMGs left over, and then actually we'll be done with this. This definitely took a lot longer than I thought it would. I guess it shouldn't really be surprising since 000 towers aren't really known for being strong. We definitely did clear 2 million pops here. So I guess we weren't technically able to get all pops because Alchemist was somehow able to attack. I have no idea how. There's something with like BFBs and like, I'm guessing like this lane right here, but I mean, this thing wasn't even attacking the bad like when it was here. So I'm kind of wondering like how it was even able to target BFBs here. In the last few SRAMs, we'll finish this off. And that's that. Engineer wasn't quite able to get all pops, so I guess technically no, it wasn't able to with an asterisk, but I mean this guy did so little damage. And I can't really put this guy up any higher because we did struggle a lot for the early game. And this range is big now only because of all the buffs we gave it. So if I put it up a bit higher, it would struggle even more for the early game. And looking at Alchemist, it's really high up. There's not really a whole lot of room from here to here anyways. So I guess there's that. But you know, if you enjoyed the video, you know, like, comment, subscribe, and join Discord, and have a nice day.